Hi, and welcome back to R&Y Inside Learning Hub. This is Sumit Chaudhary, and you are watching API testing series. Today, we discuss on API testing approaches. So, let's begin. API testing is a crucial part of software development and quality assurance. It involves testing the functionality, performance, security, and reliability of API to ensure that they work as expected. So, first is understanding the API. Before you start a testing, it is essential to have a keep understanding of the API you are testing. This include understanding the API's purpose, endpoints, request, and response format, authentication method, and any documentation available that give you the better idea to validate the outcomes, or we can say verify the requirement. Okay, and with the help of API testing, we gain a confidence to we validate 80% of the business logic, or we can say business purpose. So during the UI testing, we save the time as because we already test the functionality during the API testing. So now second is the test planning. Develop a comprehensive test plan that outlines the scope, objectives, and test strategy for the API. Identify the key functionalities, test cases, and test data required for testing. Consider both positive and negative test scenarios. So test planning must have who will going to test the API. Yes, this is very important. If the tester is not aware about how to test and what is the API, then he is not able to test the API uh, right way, in a right way, I can say. So he need to uh, learn how to test the API. So the lead assign the API to the guy who have the knowledge of the API testing of the or we can say the importance of the API testing. Okay, and involve the guy who have no knowledge. Okay, okay. Now the second is environment setup. So during the API, during the testing or any kind of testing, we test the product in different kind of environment: dev, int, demo, QA, or production. Okay, so prepare the test environment as per the as per the requirement, and this may involve setting up the necessary tools. One second. Testing framework and any required test data or mock data. And the second is test data preparation. Prepare the data you will use in your API test. This may include creating valid and invalid input data to cover various test scenarios. So test data must be as per the environment. Okay, so every environment have the uh, different kind of user and test type, like unit testing, integration testing, functional testing, performance testing, security testing. So unit testing test by the developer, during the development of the API. Or integration testing is help to test the two component, or we can say the communication between the two component. Okay, and the functionality testing verify the functionality of the API as whole, include input, output, and expected behavior. And performance testing evaluate the behavior of the API in different kind of the load or or the user count. Security testing tests the authentication and authorization of the API. And automation. Automation nowadays is very important. You know that. So whenever possible, automate your API test using testing framework like Postman, SOAP UI, or writing script in a language like Java, Python, Ruby, C, Sharp, as per your choice. In nowadays a market so many tool and technologies, rest assured, ready API, soap UI, and karate, kotlin, and so many tools we have for the API testing. So test execution, execute the test cases according to your test plan, monitor and record the test result, and log the bug as soon as possible so that the developer can resolve, or and you can validate the raise work, or we can say retesting, and perform the regression testing before the going to the live. And the next is error handling. So ensure that the API gracefully handle the error and expectation. Test how it responds to invalid input or unexpected situation. And the next is performance testing. So if applicable, conduct performance testing to ensure that the response time, throughput, and scalability under the different kind of user or load. And the second, and the security testing. So perform security testing is identify the sensitive data for authentication and the authorization. And the regression testing. So regression testing, as the software evolve, conduct regression testing to ensure that new changes or update do not introduce new issues or break the existing functionality. Documentation and reporting. So documentation is very must in the testing. It provide clear and detailed report to development team to fix the issue. And continuous testing. So integration test API, integrate API testing into your CI/CD pipelines to automate testing as part of the development and deployment process using the Jenkins. So your automate suite will run on your absence. And feedback and collaboration. So maintain open communication with developer, QA teams, member, and stakeholders. Collaborate to resolve issues and improve the API quality. So as a tester, we need to develop our behavior very humble, very calm, and very helping nature, so that all the team member, PO, BA, and any kind of from the any department, the member can share the feedback feel free, so that we will uh, improve the quality of the product. Okay, so clean up the very important part of the API of the any type any kind of testing is help to clean the data of the resource during we use the data during the testing. So monitor and maintenance is our responsibility. We monitor the user behavior or user data after the deployment, or we can say on the production. So continue the monitor its performance and security and perform periodic maintenance and testing to ensure it continues to function correctly. So in short, API testing is an ongoing process and it is essential to adapt your API testing approach as the API and the application it support evolve over time. Additionally, consider using a testing tool and framework that fit your project requirement and technology. Hope guys you understand the API testing approaches and you like the video, and please share with your network and subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon to get the updated video. Thanks guys for giving your valuable time. Thank you.